Hi everybody, welcome to Real Insights. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what it's like to live in Massachusetts. A lot of people are looking to relocate to Massachusetts or maybe move to another part. So this will be the first in a two-part high-level overview of the top 10 things. We'll cover 5 of them in this video and 5 of them in the next. And then perhaps we'll do a deep dive into each one of those because there's a lot to talk about. I've personally lived in Mass about 17 years. I've moved in and out of the state a few times and across New England. I've had the pleasure of visiting many states, and all states have their pros and cons, and we'll try to give you some sense for some of the things that we like about Massachusetts. So top 5 to start with. First we'll talk about is education. Massachusetts is very well known, of course, for the higher education schools, colleges like Harvard and MIT and Northeastern and BU. There are many famous colleges just in the Boston area. But it's also got some of the best school systems in the country in the K through 12 region. And with any of these surveys that we look at, whether it's from U.S. News and World Report or others, there's many surveys. There's maybe not one end-all be-all survey. So I'm sure you can find surveys that have states in a slightly different order. But this is just to give you a sense of how well Massachusetts lines up in terms of their school systems, in this case, K through 12. Another thing that's really great about Massachusetts is the health care. They rank very high in terms of health care. Many people are familiar with, again, some of the more famous hospitals and healthcare systems in the Boston area, like Mass General, but you've got the UMass system out by Worcester and all the way out to UMass and Amherst, of course, and many others that are really providing stellar health care. So it's a great place if you truly value high-end and solid health care. In terms of the economy, this one's a little harder to measure. There's lots of different ways you can do it. Is it the number of jobs? Is it the unemployment rate? This survey shows, in terms of the overall economy, Massachusetts has been very strong. Frankly, it's one of the reasons I originally moved here, was because it offered so many more jobs than some of the states I had previously lived in. Outdoor recreation. Now this one's pretty subjective. So what I look at in this case, I think that's fun, is there aren't too many states that have a nice beachfront, and as you can see, Massachusetts has a nice long beachfront area extending down to Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket in the south, all extending all the way up through Boston and north of Boston. And you're not too far from the beach front in the local adjoining states as well, like Rhode Island and Maine. But within Massachusetts, there's plenty of beach. But I've also got highlighted here all the ski areas. Now you can't do it probably the same day that they tout in some areas of the country, where you can ski in the morning and swim in the afternoon or something, because the weather, we have very distinct seasons across the whole state here. It's something you either love or hate. You're going to get 4 very distinct seasons, and during ski season you can do all the outdoor snow activities, and during beach season you can do all the beach ones. But it's nice to have everything within, probably depending on where you live, 10 minutes to an hour and a half away. You can probably, from anywhere in Mass, you could get skiing or the beach. In terms of entertainment, this is another one that's subjective. There's so many things. What do you mean by entertainment? We have theater. I was lucky enough to see Hamilton in Boston, and that was exciting. So there's great theater. There's comedy clubs. There's bars. There's music. One of the things that Boston's really known for, though, is their sports teams. As you can see, Boston and all the teams, whether it's in the basketball or soccer or football, hockey, baseball, have won a lot of trophies and pennants and things across all sports, and in most areas that we've really exceeded. More importantly, it's a really great sports town. I think the fans that I've met throughout Massachusetts really appreciate and enjoy sports. I've seen them compliment and root for the other teams. New York, perhaps notwithstanding, not big fans of New York, but you can see why. So that's the top 5. We'll do another part and we'll dig deep into the next 5 things that I think make living in Mass exciting, and then we'll go into more detail. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. And as always, stay real informed, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks.